What's up, guys? So I'm out here at the chicken coop, and today we're finally going to be finishing the water catchment system. So as you know, before we couldn't get this to really get on there without it leaking, and so today we're just going to get that done. And then I'm also going to grab this 2x4 and put it behind here just so that it doesn't warp down and it'll be nice and straight. And then after that, we'll be cleaning out the chicken coop and I'll show you the upgrades that we did. So first things first, I just have a piece of scrap wood here that I'm going to be using. So that's done right there. That's perfect. Gotta use what we got. All right, so hold it together a little bit. One end will go into a union here, so if I ever have to break it off, I can. Then the other end will go into the barrel, and I'll show you that in just a second. First, let's get this union piece onto there. We're gonna do the same thing with this one. Actually, this one we gotta do the opposite way because this one turns counterclockwise. We'll add this in here. It's a little bit longer than what I wanted it to be honest. So let's see. If I need to break it off, I could always go like that and do what I have to do. I'm actually gonna change it. Instead of having all this right here, I'll just have it go straight. So I'll put the barrel right here. You'll see what I'm saying in just a second. All right, cut that. And now, then I'll cut it over here and put a coupling, and then it can sit right there, just like that. I could create like an actual stand for that, but I'm trying to do with what I have. Then we'll fill this thing up and see if it's leaking or not. So we got the hose going on right here. See what happens. I got this off. I want to just make sure that this isn't leaking right here, this part, and then we'll turn it on and see if any of this is leaking. See how that goes. So looks pretty good. Trying to prepare for the winter as well here, because I have to check and see if they sell like some type of solar heater that maybe we can put right on this roof and throw it up in there just to help heat up the water just enough so that it doesn't freeze. And so that would be cool if they have something like that. I'm not really sure if they have anything like that. Let's let that fill up while we clean the chicken coop. And I want to show you what we have going on with the chicken coop here. So we painted it and we added some new steps here. We did this a while ago. We just haven't showed you guys yet. Erica painted it all up. Doesn't really look as clean as it once did. Hi. And
I'm gonna make it look pretty if Mikey ever wants to get to it. He has to just, you'll see I have some stuff to put in the front. Like I'm gonna put like flowers, like a copper long flower pot, just to make it look pretty on the outside, kind of like a cottage.
All right, so this is the new roosting bar. I just use regular 2x4s on the ends, and then I use some branches going across and just screw them up. The one back there stays the way it is. It doesn't move or anything. That's in place. But then this one, I set up this little string system to it that when we go to clean it, all we have to do is go like that. It stays in place so that now we can clean the whole entire bottom. And then when we're done, just put it right back down. And I got a screw here, and I just tie it up on there. So we're gonna clean this out now. All right, and as always, when you're done, you add some First Saturday lime, as I have here. I have a big bag, so we've had this for quite some time. We don't clean the chicken coop a lot because we do the deep litter method here. And yeah, we have videos on that you could check out. So I just add a good amount of this throughout. And then after that, we add the shavings. Now, one thing I want to talk about with the shavings is these are the fine. You don't want the flakes. And one thing with the flaky shavings is, for whatever reason, I'm not really sure, like, you know, the scientific reason behind it, but it was getting smelly really fast. And so we just had to make sure we have good ventilation now, and I'll show you that in a minute of what we did. But we had to keep all the windows open and all, and I would open up the door like almost every day just to keep that air flowing. And with the fine shavings, we don't normally have that issue. So yeah, so stick with the fine. Add a few inches. So now that it's starting to get a little chilly outside, we're approaching winter. This is typically when we clean the chicken coop out, and then we may clean it one time during the winter season, or we'll just wait until spring comes around and then we'll clean it then. And the reason why we do it that way is because, like I said, we do the deep litter method. So we typically won't really have any smell unless water gets in here. So the way the deep litter method works is we just add about, you know, 4 to 6 inches of shavings, and then every few weeks, every month or so, we just add a little bit more. Sometimes I'll stir it up a little bit, but sometimes I don't. And yeah, and there's really no smell, but if water gets in there, there will be a smell. Water is the number one thing you really want to keep away from or out of your chicken coop. It can cause many issues. Many issues is not just the smell. The smell, that pneumonia smell, can really affect the chicken's health. And so you really want to stay away from that. This is how we do it. This is really easy, to be honest. And the good thing about it is, once this is done, as you saw, we just added to the composting system. So it all works around. Now we just grab the top here, and then this gets lowered like that. Easy peasy. So that's how the system works. I don't know if you're able to see, but there's like a little button thing right there that once we press up on that, it releases and lets it go down. So she's ready to go in. This is Thunder. All right, nice and clean. Here we are, back here. We'll add some shavings right there, like so. I really like to put straw here, but I forgot to buy some. So we're just gonna put this for now. I really like the way straw. What is this chicken doing? I think she's about to lay an egg, maybe. I don't know, it's a little late for that. They've been laying eggs like in there for whatever reason. I don't know what she's doing. But we have 3 nesting boxes. And the way this works, I didn't get to show you guys earlier because the camera had died, but this moves. So we're able to push this all the way up to help push the manure and the shavings up front. And then we have this, and then that's that. And then with this, just get a stick and put it there. Done. All right, perfect. So now that's all cleaned up inside, ready for the winter. We did add this window right here, which is giving more ventilation. We painted the chicken coop. Typically they say you want this to be 52 inches high, that they can't jump over, but our chickens have been jumping over. And so we've been having a struggle with that, with keeping our chickens inside. I don't really mind that they're free ranging, but it does get a little annoying because they're like messing up everything in the front of our house. Like all the mulch is just everywhere. And so yeah, so we have this fence just hanging here. And the only reason why I have it hanging here, like I said, I'm trying to figure it out. I think we may frame this out the same way that's framed out there, but there's a lot of other things going on. So trying to decide how I really want it. I just don't want to get everything framed out and then intact, like permanently, and then we decide that we don't like the way it is and we want to change it. We did think that we would want it to stay this way, but now we're thinking about moving our garden area into this area just so everything is really right next to each other. Although our garden isn't too far from here, but we just want to keep everything like literally, we're thinking about fencing in like a big area right here and just having the garden and the chickens and the compost, like that whole system just literally right next to each other. So that's something that we're thinking about. And so yeah, even this, I took this down before and I started like putting it back up just because, like I said, they're getting out and we're trying to figure that whole situation out. But that's for another day. So this is filled up, barrel, check. Turn this on. This is all intact, which is good. We got some water. These are all good with water. But we do have a small leak right here. There's a small leak right in there. And I knew, oh no, sorry, it's right back here where this connects to this. And I knew that would happen because just when I was screwing it on, I felt that it wasn't really in there too good. Now we just got to get them to figure out how to use this thing, and then I'll set up the rain catchment for it with the filter on top and all, and just one step at a time. Just one step at a time. And then Erica put a planter here, 2 planters.
Gotta get some flowers.
Yeah, she just got to get some flowers to put in there. And then it'll look really good. It's looking a lot better. And we'll get 2 planters to put right there. We already have them. We just got to get plants for them. We're just trying to get it to look nice, like I said. And yeah. So yeah, this is how it's easy. This is what's been going on with the chicken coop, and this is how we clean it out. It's fairly easy. There's a few things. It's like once you start adding things, other things start breaking. So we got to figure out what's up with this light up here. Helps with predators. This is something. This is a little cheap. We got it from Tractor Supply. It works pretty good, but it doesn't stay on all night. So, and look, this is why we put the wood back there, because the chickens, they get it right up on there. So they need to figure out how to drink water from there. One step at a time. It looks way better than what it used to look like. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next video. Peace.